There's one player on the Indiana Fever that I'm so high on. Like, I am so high. And in terms of the rookies, like, I'm just looking at some of the stuff Michaela Timpson does, and I'm just kind of almost in awe. I'm almost in awe at some of the things Michaela Timpson can do in comparison to a lot of the other players on this team. And that includes Natasha Howard. Michaela Timpson is I don't even know if she's better than Bree Hall. I don't know if she's better than some other players. Like, I don't know if she was the right pick, if she would have been the right pick for another team at that position. But I'm not joking when I say this. The Indiana Fever probably got the pick who they would have taken at 8 at 19. Because I'm so impressed with how she's played. And I was really impressed with how she played against Washington too. And it's not that she scored. It was an exhibition game. People want to see CC play for why she played. Yeah, 100%. But if you look at what Michaela Timpson did, it's not what exactly she did on the stat sheet. Like, you can read a box score. You can read a box score, or you can watch the games. And if you're watching the games, it's funny. People saying they beat up on kids yesterday. They went, and when I said the Sky that they sucked against the Sky, everyone's like, you're gonna be saying they're great with the Fever. No, the Brazil national team sucked, but the Sky also beat up on kids a lot less than the Fever beat up on kids. Let's be real there. The Sky beat up on kids a lot less than Fever did. But when it comes to Michaela Timpson, like, what the Fever do need is they need length, they need athleticism, they need a motor. And this play, I've always said this play sums up everything about this. And by the way, again, Michaela Timpson is not going to strip the ball off a good player doing this. Like, this, she is not going to be getting this in the WNBA. So I got to go frame by frame here, because unfortunately I cannot show this full clip without getting copyrighted. So I'm going to go frame by frame. Frame by frame. So, starting off, this right here. First clip. Switch. Coulson gets creamed by the most moving of moving screens. Immediate switch. And then the quick guard. In fairness, she was quick. Like, again, not a high level player, but they're still quick players. Tries to burn her. Can't burn her. Michaela Timpson also uses her gigantic wingspan to block any sort of pass to a wing or any sort of pass to the corner. Turns the offensive player, and then immediately gets the switch back, gets back basket side comfortably, waits for them to take a dribble, sees that the ball is going to be exposed, and uses her long arms to reach around, get the steal, and scores a layup. Like, there are not many players in the WNBA that are out here doing that have that ability. And yes, there are players that do. There are definite players that do. Like, to say that an maybe Ezzy Magbuer can't, but to say that like a Stewie, an Aja, a Fee, that none of these players can would be objectively false. It would be false. There are players in the WNBA that can do that. There are no second round pick rookies that can do that. And that is the thing where it's like, you have to remember, she is a rookie that was taken with a second round pick. And what exactly that Michaela Timpson can do is something that no one on the Fever can do. Nobody on the Fever, like, she is a different look. And ironically, she might end up getting Bree Hall onto the team, because if it turns out that she's there above Bree Turner, they might end up just saying, you know what, we would rather keep 2 of our rookies. We would rather keep 2 of the other rookies and go to 12 players and cut Bree Turner. I don't think they're going to do it, but they can. Like, that is what Michaela Timpson has shown, and not just in this one game, not just in the Brazil game, because in fairness, like, look, Brazil suck. Brazil really suck. Like, beating down on Brazil does not mean you're going to have the greatest season. But let's take a look at Where is it? At the Washington game. Like the shot she hit in overtime. She's a good free throw shooter. That is a big thing because of how active she plays. Michaela Simpson was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Came up with 4 points in overtime in that game. But she's a good free throw shooter. She's 7 of 8 from the free throw line so far. And she's going to play active. I don't think you're going to give the ball to Michaela Simpson and she's going to do anything. But she's going to run the floor. She's going to roll. She's going to be active. She is going to be extremely, extremely active. And, like, that is going to be a huge thing. That's going to be a huge thing. And, like, this showed that she's on the team. So, in yesterday's game, she did not play when they went with the all-rookies. She only played 9 minutes, which is a good sign. Because when they went in the for the last, like, 15 minutes with Bree Hall, Vaughn Ejim. Actually, Bree Hall played early in the game. But when they went for the last quarter with Jaylen Brown, Ejim, Gillia Lane, and Coulson, like, 4 of these players that aren't going to make the team, she sat on the bench. They saw enough. They saw enough for Michaela Simpson. And it genuinely is just... It's just a lot of little things. And you have to also take into account what role Michaela Simpson is going to be playing. Her role is going to be... She's going to be that end of the bench player. She's going to not... There's going to be games where Michaela Simpson does not play, especially to start the year. Can she break into the rotation? Yeah. The first thing you got to do as a second-round rookie is make the team. Then you've got to break in a couple of minutes. And then you've got to break in... Then you're going to break into the rotation. The more minutes you play, the easier it is to break into the rotation. We saw from Hull. Hull was getting DMPs last year. Like, can you see the game logs on WNBA.com? I must see to show game logs. Yeah. So if you look at her game logs last year, she didn't play in a bunch of games. So between the 10th of June, I think at this stage they had played like 14 games. She'd only played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She only played 8 games. She didn't play in between... Did they have a game? They definitely had a game in an 8 between these. She didn't play. She was getting a little bit to start the year. And then suddenly it was... Played 6 against the Sparks. Played a bit against Storm. Didn't play against Chicago Sky when they won their first game. Didn't play against the Mystics when they won their first game. And she just wasn't playing. She legitimately was getting DMPs and she played her way into the rotation. And that's the thing. What you have to do is, like... You have to be there. And if you play with energy... Like, Lexi Hull is not the most talented player in the world. But... Lexi Hull is going to 100% give you a effort all the time. And if Michaela Simpson can do that, with just her length, with her activity, and the fact she looks like she can shoot the mid-range. Her jump shot looks nice. I don't know if it goes in or not. I need to see. I know she doesn't shoot the 3-ball yet. But the jump shot looks nice. But, yeah, like, she could be an absolutely fantastic player. And she is somebody that I'm really, really excited to see playing for the Fever this year. Really, really excited.